Guys, this is a video. We're part 4. Okay, we're on a roll here. Maybe this is helpful. Maybe this is not. Maybe you'll watch it. Maybe you won't. The point in this video is to show you what we found. And then there's something that Mathia does that I really don't, shots fired, don't really appreciate. But they do it anyway. And it's focusing on how they encourage you to understand this process of rewrite the function. And then you never actually have to go through it. We're going to go through that in this video. We're going to rewrite this explicit formula as a function. And the purpose of that is to draw the connection between why we even do this content at all. Understanding functions is the ultimate goal. This is a process that helps us get there. If you know how to write the formula for a sequence, which is a very challenging skill. You had to know how to find the initial value. You had to know how to find the common difference. You had to know how they fit into the structure of an explicit formula. We also should have some conversation on where that even comes from for a different time. I'm gonna make one of those next. The point is though, that conversation should translate to the next thing, which is let's write a function. And that's almost ready. Let's write a function that we're commonly familiar with. That's the other goal. I'm going to start with the expression negative, so that is not the size that I want to use. Let's make this be a little smaller. Let's make this be like that one. Okay. Let's start with negative 7 minus 0.5 times n minus 1. What you might recognize or realize in this problem is that looks an awful lot like something we could distribute. There's parentheses. Let's distribute in there. So the distribution process here is going to be this whole thing will be multiplied to the n, negative 5 times n, negative 0.5 times n, and negative 0.5, I need to say the 0.5, negative 0.5 times negative 1. Do a rewrite. We have the things that don't change, negative 7, that's still there. And then what does? Negative 0.5 times positive n is negative 0.5n. However, negative 0.5, the negative has to go with the calculation. Negative 0.5 times negative 1 is positive. 2 nopes make a yup. And whenever you multiply a number times 1, it just comes back. It's the identity, multiplication identity. Now in this problem, we don't have parentheses anymore. We did the distribution to make the parentheses go away. So now we need to combine like terms. So to combine like terms, these two numbers, they're just numbers after all, can be brought together. So negative 7 plus 0.5, negative 6.5. And then the things that did not change because they don't have any common terms is the negative 0.5n. That's the first step of turning an explicit formula into a function. Try to get rid of any parentheses. I mean, I guess technically we don't need to do all of this, but I wanted to show it to you anyway because it happens in the work. Now, a function, key in on how it begins with the letter F. I guess F for function, want to continue using that. We have to go up to a sub n equals and push it through the notation that uses the letter F. So instead of A for arithmetic sequence, light bulb moment, F for function. F, now we're going to switch away from the letter N. I'm going to go from the letter N to the next thing, which we usually see these written as F of X. So F